So I'm at St Vincent's Hospital in Kew. Been fasting since 7:30 this morning. It's now 10 to 3. Still waiting to go downstairs for surgery. I think it's going to be about 5 o'clock, 5:30 when I get done. Obviously I haven't eaten for a while, so I'm pretty hungry. Not in too much pain though. So it was obviously round 7, 100th game. Managed to get through the first quarter unscathed, which was nice, and then early in the second quarter, Adam Schneider handballed me the ball on the far wing, and I went to gather it and sort of fumbled a little bit, and didn't realise that Josh Gibson was coming towards me at the pace he was, and I just got my hand sort of stuck between his legs and got stuck there. And as I kept running, it sort of just hyperextended, and I knew straight away I was in a bit of trouble. I was in a bit of pain, and obviously ran off the ground, and the doctors had a look at it and sort of diagnosed it pretty quickly that it was pretty average injury, and I was going to be obviously out for the rest of the remainder of the game, and obviously out for a while. So it was pretty disappointing.
Jarryn Geary here with it's his elbow. Hopefully it's just a stinger. He's been one of the Saints who's performing at a high level, so we'll get Bolts to keep an eye on Jarryn.
Still only early. Obviously haven't gone through the operation, so it's sort of hard to speak too much about any specifics. But you know, I'll be at the club, you know, pretty regularly from, you know, as soon as I get the okay of, you know, whether the wounds are healed up and whatnot, and obviously get into my own rehab. Whether I'm not sure what that'll look like, when I can start running and whatnot. But I'll be around, being a pest at least anyway. Yeah, so it's been about a week since I left hospital. Since they had the operation, obviously, and I think they went in there and it's pretty messy in there. So obviously fixed all that up, and then you know, sat in hospital for a couple of days recovering. I've had a few surgeries now, and in the past I've sort of recovered pretty well. This one sort of knocked me around a bit. I didn't really expect it. To be honest, the day after surgery I was in a bit of strife. I was vomiting for the whole day and had the hiccups for about what felt like 2 days, on and off, and I'd had visitors come in, and it was pretty embarrassing because I couldn't talk to them because I was just hiccuping the whole time. But yeah, probably knocked me around a bit more this time than I'd had previously, but it was probably, in terms of surgery, probably the biggest one I've sort of had. Yeah, there was probably a little bit more damage than I originally thought, but he was able to fix it up pretty well, and the damage that was in there wasn't going to keep me out for any longer than what they originally thought anyway, but there was probably just a little bit more damage than they thought, but they were able to fix it. Yeah, well, I've got this on now, so it's still locked, you know, in a fixed position in 80 degrees, and so that'll stay like that for a week, and then gradually as the weeks go on, I'll move these pins in here, when I'll be able to move it a little bit more. So you know, eventually I'll obviously get to full range, but that won't be probably for another 6 weeks. Between now and then I won't be able to do too much. Club's giving me a week off next week, a couple of extra days after the bye, so I'm going to go up to Noosa with my girlfriend and just spend a bit of time up there away from footy and sort of think about a few other things, probably study for a couple of exams I've got coming up for uni. But yeah, I won't be able to do too much for sort of the next period, just while the sort of the tendons and the ligaments sort of start to glue back together a bit more. Yeah, I'm studying commerce at Deakin University, and I've got a couple of assignments due around this time, so it's been sort of okay timing in that regard. I've been able to get a little bit of work in, and I've got a couple of exams in the next month, so I suppose I'll have a bit of extra time to study. Whether or not I do or not, it will be another thing, but pretty slack. But yeah, I guess it'll give me something to do while I'm not sort of out there training every day with the boys. I think there's been a few guys, yeah, do similar injuries. I think what I've done is a little bit more than the norm, but I think, you know, Michael Riscatelli did a similar injury, and Rob Murphy quite similar, but yeah, I'm not sure of the varying degrees. They both didn't miss as much footy as they think I will, but yeah, I suppose whether or not, you know, they've obviously come back and played good footy, so I've sort of got that to look to.